Cher.
It's me, Andrew.
Welcome back to Recaps on the Run. Yay! Cheers!
We're back after a little
We took a 1 week.
July 4th break.
Yes, we took a break last week. I totally messed up my fitness and diet and exercise for that week, but we're back on it now, back on our trail, running and recapping just for you guys.
Me, on the other hand, I've been dieting, exercising, so
I don't want to hear it, Andrew.
I'm going to be running around circles around Cher from now on.
I don't want to hear it, so you have no excuse to be out of breath like I'm going to be this whole run, but we're a little ways in already on our favorite trail, about half a mile in. And today's podcast, we're going to focus on a recap of all of Game of Thrones Season 6. Now that this season is over, some of our final thoughts, pending questions.
Some Season 7 speculation.
Exactly. How we want us, our wish list of how we want it to end.
Our kill list.
We'll talk about all that stuff. So thanks for joining us, guys. If you've never joined us before, if you can't tell, we're actually running, which you might be able to hear from some wind background noise. There might be some traffic. There might be some other joggers on this trail. But we're running.
And we hope you're running or exercising with us. This is for all of us to get in shape. Talk about our favorite shows. And speaking of that, we're out of Game of Thrones is over for the season, so
what am I going to do with my life? I have nothing to do on Sunday nights.
If you guys could hit us on Twitter with some other show recommendations you want us to run and talk to you about.
Exactly, because we don't have Game of Thrones, no Better Call Saul, no Walking Dead, not even Fear the Walking Dead. We need some suggestions, guys, so hit us up and let us know.
At Recaps on the Run on Twitter. But we're going to jump into this one?
Yeah, sure.
Can we start with Daenerys?
Yeah.
All right. Or
Let's
yeah,
start.
that's also Tyrion. So.
Let's start with the force that's coming from Marine and from multiple places. They're all traveling to Westeros. As you said, our last talk, she not only has her fleet,
she has Dorne.
She now has the support of Dorne.
And the Tyrells.
Which I just realized, well, because she also has, even though it's not all of the Iron Islands, it's Yara and her 100 ships. So,
her Ironborn.
So it's like female girl power right here. It's like the squad of Lady Olenna, and then, what's Oberon's widow?
Oberyn.
Oberyn's, her,
I don't know.
the sand chick, and
Elaria?
Elaria Sand, Yara and Daenerys. So it's all these females banding together.
And besides Tyrion, it's just two eunuchs, right?
Yes. So
I don't know if Theon's considered a eunuch.
It's definitely estrogen filled, and they're coming for King's Landing, which, as we all know, is currently being ruled by Cersei. So I think it's going to be.
Well, we don't know where they're going. Actually, they could be going to have a stop at Dorne or take over the Iron Islands again.
True.
But I think that army is too powerful. I don't think they're all going to make it there in one piece.
Because these aren't just free folk fighting or women and children. We have some soldiers, trained assassins who grew up in that lifestyle, so they're definitely a formidable force.
Unsullied.
I think, as I was going to say, it's going to be one of those paradigms where it's one, how do you say it, the unstoppable force and a impenetrable object? Like,
I don't know, because
what's going to happen?
Right now it seems like that's completely Daenerys. Unstoppable, immovable, with the dragons, the navy.
But Cersei, come on.
Air, land, and sea.
Are you underestimating Cersei?
I mean,
she has nothing to live for.
She doesn't really have. Well, I don't know how great the army would be, but all she has is wildfire.
I was going to say, and all she needs to do is get that wildfire into the water, as we learned from Tyrion, which he'll know the plans and he'll know the tricks.
But what I'm thinking is, maybe Uncle Euron comes by, messes with their plans while they're sailing.
Well, we know that this world, they are all about the honor and the marriage bonds. So Euron can't marry Daenerys, maybe he's going to marry Cersei. I think that's something we haven't questioned either. Like, what's going on with the marriage alliances? So, a lot of singles ready to mingle.
Wow, I didn't think about that.
Put families together. I mean...
But yeah, so Euron's definitely the enemy, since Daenerys sided with Yara. And I don't know, Daenerys' army seems too unstoppable, so I think she's going to suffer a hit.
Well, let's say she loses all those fleet of ships and some
not all of them, but
well, she'll take a hit. She has the dragons, but those can't be unstoppable. I would think, and this is way off base, but with Sam researching how to kill the White Walkers, maybe there's something in there around dragons too. So, and I don't know how they wiped out the dragons before, but we know that they're not invincible. So,
yeah, Drogon almost was killed in the previous season. Maybe not killed, but
when he had no food.
No, when he was saving Daenerys and he got all those spears.
True, and that's because he had no food and he needed to replenish. But yeah, I think she's definitely a strong force. Are you betting on her? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying Dany is the one, the queen of the unburnt, first of her name, Khaleesi?
Daenerys she's pretty legit, but Jon Snow, I can never. Maybe they get married or something, but.
So you're talking about the marriage contracts again. I don't know, but like you said, they're aunt and nephew. Not that makes any difference. It
doesn't matter to them, and I don't think they even know it.
I don't know. I can't see them having chemistry. I'll just put that out there. I don't know. They've never.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't. Daenerys, whatever. I want Jon Snow to be at the top.
But you want him to be on the Iron Throne? What if he's just Warden of the North? That's just where Ned Stark started from. He never wanted to be king. I feel like, in some respects, that's how Jon's following in his footsteps. Right? I don't think he wants the fame and wants to rule the royalty. Well, he just wants to be up there with his buddies.
You're like putting people on the throne, but here's what I'm hoping. At the end, I want Jon Snow to be alive. That's the best thing I could hope for.
Alive or just so alive, not undead?
Alive as a human.
Let's clarify that. I don't know, because he's alive. You know
what? Maybe he becomes the new Night King, and that's
oh my gosh,
destiny.
We're just going all over the place with this, guys. Our speculation is just going out of turn. So let's just stick with Dany really quick, because my next question to you is, because I already said it's squad and girl power. Do you think any of those teams are going to double class Daenerys? Because now they're BFFs, but are they really frenemies?
Lady Olenna, I don't think there's any way. She just wants revenge for her family, her.
She doesn't care about anything. She wants Cersei.
Yeah, she was never cared too much about all the power. No one else in line besides Genji?
The Tyrells? No, the House Tyrell.
Well, her son died.
Yeah.
So she can't have any more babies. And yeah, so.
Well, there's cousins and others of the name. So.
All right, shit. I think we got lapped. So.
Okay. I'm trying to keep up. All right. So, interesting with Daenerys. You think Tyrion's gonna see it through? Do you want him to live?
Of course. I want all the good guys to win, Cher. Is that hard to understand? Come on.
You gotta sacrifice. Do you want Dany to end up with Jorah?
You know what? I want Daenerys to put some chaos, bring some chaos to Westeros, but I'm not too attached to her character.
Yeah. I think she's a good...
Can we sprint a little bit?
Yeah, but there's something coming. Hey, let's get past the joggers and through the strollers.
Let's go.
Sprint. 5 seconds. Okay. Crap. No, I'm just kidding. Whew. Alrighty. I do want Grey Worm and Missandei to end up together.
They're pretty much together. Come on.
Let them share a kiss. Even if it's
they're as romantic as they can be.
Lips closed. Oh, they're so cute. let them have a moment. That's all I want to say about that.
You know, I think Tyrion agrees with us, and he's just trying to get them to talk to each other.
And that's what all the drinking games are about. He just wants them to have some action. I think they're super cute. All right, so let's talk about the wild card and all that, though. Varys, who's very still, I think, a mystery.
There's so much to talk about, actually.
So
Varys versus Littlefinger. I read.
Go on. No spoilers here, guys, but there will be speculation. Go ahead.
I read a way somebody compares it to like two chess players. Varys is one of them, Littlefinger is the opposite, and they put all these pieces together and they try to battle for peace or whatever Littlefinger's trying for.
I think it's so interesting, and we know from seasons past that Varys has known about Daenerys for years and years. Since season 1, was it? So his little birds have told him about her forever. So he might have put all his cards into this potential queen who wants to break the wheel. So it might be where he's putting his money.
Well, do you believe in Varys' statement that he just wants peace? Or do you think he has any...
Oh, I think anyone, as would be human nature, would want to be a king. That's everyone except for Jon Snow. And like Arya, the kinds who want to just be with their friends and fight and keep the peace and manage their own small kingdom. I think other than that, anyone else would want the power and the privilege that comes with that. Especially people who are low in the court, like Peter Baelish or Varys, would strive even more to claim that. So that'd be my thoughts on that. We are definitely getting lapped.
No.
Keep going, guys.
Summer's here, so there's a lot of in-shape people. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Except for the people who were just wearing jackets in this hot weather.
I think because exactly, and now I'm just talking now, brainstorming, but with Daenerys being so unstoppable, I think she could only be stopped by someone who's close to her, which would be a Tyrion or a Grey Worm or a Jorah. And I think that's the only way she would ever go down. She wouldn't ever lose in a battle.
But let's continue on to Arya. What about Arya? Want to do Arya?
Okay.
Because she's pretty quick. There's not much we could speculate on her.
I think
she's just gonna try to kill the people.
There's no secrets there. I hope she hooks up with the Hound again eventually.
Oh,
they were a fun little duo. So let's go.
Everyone that's Arya has been with, it's been a good duo.
Oh my gosh, yes.
When she was originally with Jaqen or Tywin.
Oh, her scenes with Tywin were my favorite of all time.
Until the Waif came around.
Yeah.
Arya was one of my favorite characters until
that whole storyline.
Yeah. Until she got to Bravos.
We don't have to deal with that anymore, but we're talking about our wish list.
I want to see her with Jon Snow again.
Not with,
close.
But reunited, right?
Reunited.
I agree, but she was never that close to her family. That's why I think she was closer to the Hound.
No, she was close to Jon Snow.
Oh, yes, he got her the sword. That's true. Oh, he got her needle. I would love to see that reunion, too. I want all the Starks back in Winterfell, basically, after she kills everyone she sets out to kill, except for the Hound. So, I don't know, I love her, but I think she's not that critical to the storyline, too. Well, I feel like she might not play a role and she might be dying.
I'm happy about Arya is because everybody she wants to kill, I want to see them killed.
That's true.
That's why I'm rooting for her.
Well, I'm rooting for her to end up with Gendry. And if you can't tell by my recurring theme, guys, I just want everyone to end up in a relationship and happy, because that's my inner romantic at heart.
Cher wants this series not to be called Game of Thrones.
It's like Paradise Island, where everyone ends up with who they're meant to be. It's like matchmaker.
You know what? I actually believe that could happen for one episode.
What? Everyone be happy?
Yeah.
You don't think Arya and Gendry?
Oh, definitely. Especially now that Arya's older, because it was a little weird when she was like years ago.
Boy, yeah.
And she was really young.
Yeah. So, and now she's coming to herself. She's mature. So, I I would like that, but again, overall, I think that fierceness, I think Lyanna Mormont kind of came and stole her thunder and being like the small little fierce warrior princess. So I don't know. I know she found her new identity, but she doesn't have to be that angry, rebellious teenager anymore. Not even teenager, preteen.
Yeah,
so that's what I think about Arya. I think she's gonna go down her kill list until she hooks up with the Hound again.
What about, you want to talk more about Cersei and Jaime?
Oh man, okay. Now we're in the King's Landing.
Do you think Jaime is mad at Cersei?
I think he's disappointed in her.
What do you think the worst thing he would do to her besides? I think
he would kill her.
You do?
Like you said, you convinced me. I didn't originally think so because he's so in love with her, but you've convinced me that he's honorable and he has a heart. He cares about the people, and if Cersei goes too far, he would rather her die at his hands than anyone else's. So I could see it as being like a pity kill.
I don't know about a pity kill.
Not like a murderous rage, but like a very conflicted death.
Well, definitely conflicted. But yeah, I think he wants his honor back.
Well, maybe
if he's a king killer, he could be a queen killer. Maybe he
wants another baby. I don't know. So, King Slayer, Queen Slayer, Sister Slayer. I don't know.
Maybe Brienne deserves to be with Jaime.
They're not gonna see. That's the one I'm not shipping because she's with Tormund. Lay off.
Just because he gave her those eyes.
No, just because he can handle her. Come on, Jaime. No, they're like a mutual respect.
But you know what? It's actually kind of like the opposite because Jaime's like the good guy, and Tormund's like the bad boy.
Exactly.
And Brienne's doing the opposite of what
a normal chick would do. Yeah. Like normal stereotypes. I think she's just not used to it. I think her and Jaime have a connection, but I don't think that's going to be anything. I see her with a wildling. Come on. But that's what I think is going to happen to King's Landing. I think that's going to be... It's unfortunate there's so many civilians there, but that place is going to get wrecked. Probably as wrecked as how Marine was getting before Tyrion stepped in.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Wait. I got one quick fact about King's Landing. Well, what order are the seasons in again? Can you tell me real fast?
What do you mean order of the seasons?
Like summer and what?
They're in winter right now. Oh, summer, fall, winter, spring.
Alright, so... here, let me tie it in, Cher. So, Tommen became king of King's Landing at the very end of spring. They released the birds. It was the end of spring.
Okay.
And he died right before they released the...
Winter doves.
Winter.
Or whatever those were, yeah.
So he was literally the fall king.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And
you and your puns. Come on.
He's in King's Landing?
You and your puns. Spare him. Spare him.
He was in King's Landing. Come on. Come on, guys. And with that, I'm going to take a break.
We'll be right back. That's harsh. Come on. Be right back, guys. Grab some water. Hey guys, we're back. Recaps on the run. We're just chatting about season 6 of Game of Thrones. Our full recap, and I had a question for you, Angie, to kick off this segment.
Okay, so, I'm ready.
I pretty much think that we both, of Cersei and Dany, we would want Cersei to overthrow, we would want Daenerys to overthrow Cersei. Am I correct on that assumption?
Of course.
So,
I'm ready for Cersei to die.
Devil's advocate, if you were in Cersei's court, what would be your advice for her to withstand this upcoming army and all of her enemies that'll be knocking on her door? What strategic advice would you give her if you were on her side of the fence?
Well, I can't blow up the bay again because that was Tyrion's plan he did for Stannis, and he's with Daenerys now. I don't think
she doesn't have children to pawn or to negotiate. She has no real allies anywhere.
Yeah, so that only thing that when you mentioned Euron, that clicked immediately for me. But if I was Cersei and I wasn't able to get allies, I would blow the whole King's Landing up with all
Okay, Mad King.
What? I mean, if I was Cersei, but in her position, but you know, she should just flee somewhere.
Oh my god.
That's
She
what
would
she
never
should do.
take that advice.
Yeah, that's why. Because she wouldn't do that, but
She has a mountain. She has her Frankenstein Meister. So that's your advice to her. Flee.
I mean, that's the
I don't
only...
think you would win a war.
There's no way she's gonna win.
All right. That's my question.
All right, what's your...
Do you have a question for
No,
me?
do you have the answer?
There's no answer.
Okay, here,
I'm just curious.
I got a really easy question for you, Cher.
Okay. Better
What?
be easy.
It's super easy. You're gonna laugh at how easy it is.
We'll see.
What color are Daenerys' dragons? Colors.
Colors?
Yeah.
Well, Drogon's definitely black. And
Yeah.
it's got to be red and green, the color of the eggs that she had them with. Am I wrong?
There's a green one.
There's no red dragon? Are you sure?
Drogon is red and black.
I could have sworn
You know
he
what?
was
I'm
full
wrong
black.
now.
What? Why? You can't ask questions you don't know the answers to.
There's like a gold one.
Is
Kind of
there?
gold.
And does this have a
You know what?
significance?
I asked you the question because I'm not sure of the answer.
That's not fair. Now our listeners have to go and look it up and correct us. But I remember seeing the eggs being red, green, and black. I believe. I could be completely wrong. Whew.
Yeah, they were.
I think we're doing pretty good. It's a little bit warm out here, guys. What do you think? 70s? A pretty good breeze, but still
a hot sun.
Sun is beating down, yes. All right. We've talked about King's Landing a little bit, about the upcoming fleet of ships. I would tell Cersei she should marry Euron too, because
But
she uses ships to defend
But she
the
also
bay.
wouldn't. She also doesn't like getting married. She told Tywin that.
But she'll do anything now. And they're both crazy, and I think the rest of it dominates the fact that they might agree. They might be one of those power couples that agree to everyone else, them against the world. So, I mean, she can't marry Jamie, so.
Yeah, she should marry Jamie. I was just about to say that.
No, she can't.
No, she should.
But she can't. So.
Why? Everyone's scared of her. She could do whatever she wants. That's the only reason why she's ruling.
I say that's never going to happen. All right, let's take it over. Let's go a little bit more north. Let's take it to Winterfell, where our favorite family is residing. Any thoughts on where we ended the season with the Starks back in Winterfell? No Bolton in sight forever and ever.
Oh, I got another quick Rickon fact.
Okay, go.
So we all know how he met his demise.
Oh, that was very sad. Yeah.
Arrow through the heart. Well, his first scene in the series was him laughing, having a good time with his brothers, and what he was laughing at was Bran missing the target with his arrow. Bran was doing target practice. He missed it completely. Rickon busts out laughing, and that's how we were introduced to the character.
So you're saying it's a tie into his demise
Yeah.
and his death.
He was laughing at it, but he's not laughing anymore.
So you're saying that's his karma. No, I'm just kidding.
Not his karma, but
Yeah, I think
Well,
that
hey.
you've seen a lot of things online about his whole storyline, how it's very brief, and how everyone's storyline has tied into what they've named their dire wolves. If you recall, Reckon's dire wolf was Shaggy Dog, which basically, if you're taking the literary meaning, is a story that
if you look
doesn't
up
have an end.
the Wikipedia definition,
It's a meandering storyline with no point, which is basically his life story on Game of Thrones. So I think the only dire wolves left are Ghost, which can be referenced to Jon Snow's coming back to life, and Arya's, who's been missing.
Lady. Wait, not
No,
Lady.
not Lady. Lady's gone.
Nymeria.
Well, what does Nymeria mean? Because Lady is gone now that Sansa is basically no longer a lady as she was in the former sense of word.
Nymeria was queen of, I think it was Valyria, and she led her soldiers to let some people to live in another place after it got destroyed, I think. Something like
Ah, that could be Arya taking people to what's west of Westeros. And maybe I see a tie-in. It was a great question, and maybe that's going to be her destiny, as all of their names have been. What was Bran's direwolf's name?
that. Summer.
Ah,
Summer just died, Winter's here.
Yep. And then Robb Stark, as we know,
Grey Wind.
which was decapitated during the Red Wedding. So the end of him. So yeah, I think I think that's a very telling piece of what's going to happen with Arya's future. Queen leading her people to another land. I'm calling it west of Westeros. That's where she's taking them.
Westeroser? What?
Westeroser? Alrighty.
When we were talking about the direwolves, I was thinking about Theon and how he never got a direwolf, and we skipped over him. But where do you want him to end up, Cher? Do you still not like him?
I like him. He's redeemed himself. I think he's a Stark, even though he never felt loyalty to them. I think Yara's helping him out. I would want to see him rehabilitated. I don't know. Maybe end up with Sansa? I don't know. I'm shipping everybody. I just want to be a full and complete, happy, fulfilled person. Living on the Iron Islands. Let him be there. I like him. He's fine. I don't want he's not on my kill list.
Alright. More Winterfell?
Well, let's talk about, if we're talking about secondary characters, not really secondary, but what about Sam Gilly? What's their purpose in life?
I just know Sam is going to become some amazing wizard. Right? He's going to learn all the knowledge. Because, well, the Meisters, you know, their chains and their necklaces.
Yep.
They get a link for each like mastery. They learn like healing type stuff.
I didn't know that.
And one of them that they're supposed to get is magic. And
he's got to get some kind of badge for killing a White Walker already. That's all I got to say. He if it's Boy Scouts and he's getting badges, he should get a few by now. So I know, but you don't think his dad's gonna come after him and try to get that sword back? I don't know. I think there's some loose ends there. Just as much as there's loose ends with Melisandre, I think it's super curious how we have two red priestesses for Lord of Light, and we basically had one on either side. Well, we have one for Dany who's spreading the word, and Melisandre believed in Jon Snow, so we have conflicting teams here. So which one's right? Which one's just serving a purpose to the end?
I don't know, Cher.
Well, I don't know.
One of them's wrong. At least one of them is wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe even both.
Maybe even all of them. Maybe they're all red herrings. I don't know. I think season 7, my prediction is Peter Bael's going to mess things up again.
Well, he definitely gave Jon Snow that kill him look.
He didn't give Jon Snow that look. He gave Sansa the look that he's going to.
He gave the audience the look.
Some side eye.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't know. I'm nervous. I think he got his hooks with Sansa. I think he twisted her. I'm telling you, there's some tension there. So more to come. I'm excited to see. He's a snake that I'm keeping my eye on. In lieu of any explicit villains, I think he's one to watch for.
Do you have any more to say about Winterfell right now? Or when you go to Bran and the Night King?
We can talk. I don't have much to say about Winterfell just because I'm happy with where it's at right now. There's no burning platforms for them to go anywhere. They
just succeeded.
Let's just have peace.
Yeah, they just won the battle.
Be Warden of the North and live in peace and alignment and allegiance. So
no conflicting stuff until
Peter sticks his head out and does something like kills Robin and tries to take over or something. So
here was my biggest question. I don't know why I didn't realize it like 10 weeks ago during the episode. But why did they start calling him Hodor, Cher? Just because he says it? That's so rude.
Yes. Is that a question, really?
Yes, it's really a question because...
If he only says one word, then he could probably only respond to one word.
But people knew his name was Willis. And it's like, if somebody isn't very smart and he just says one word, it's like calling him that to make fun of him. And I just feel so bad for him because... I feel... Why?
You're so influenced by him.
Why do they call him Hodor?
You have a theory on it.
No, I think everyone just is rude. They knew his name.
Don't be so sensitive to it. Maybe he wanted them to call him that. Maybe that's the only thing he responded to. Maybe that's the only thing he could hear.
It's like if baby only likes peanut butter, he just says peanut butter, and he just start calling him peanut butter for the rest of his life.
People do that, and people have nicknames like
mocking.
That.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him because everyone mocked him his whole life.
In this Game of Thrones, you're being really sensitive. That's,
Oh, man.
that's probably the only thing he responds to, because that's the only thing he can hear in his head. But I think back to Bran, he's definitely going to play a part in the madness that's to come. I think his whole warging,
Yeah,
he still has something going on with the Mad King. I don't know if that's him talking to him.
you know
or
what?
someone else.
One thing we
John
learned.
Harris.
Go ahead, we'll finish first.
No, I'm done. I'm just saying he's a critical component.
Well, one thing we learned for sure, because we weren't sure if it was the past or the future, but he saw that wildfire explosion,
Yeah.
and
The underground one.
yeah, it turned out it was actually
in the future.
Oh wait, you know what? Actually, that's not really confirmed because we don't know his exact timeline where he was in the.
True that.
So maybe he was ahead in the story. So never mind that. But maybe he could see the future.
He definitely has some powers. I think it'll be interesting when he's reconnected. He's so mature now. What about his traveling partner? What is
Mira.
her role? Mira. What do you think? Still think she could be a twin? Jon Snow?
No, absolutely
that
not.
theory is not dead. It's not dead.
Absolutely don't
Lyanna
think
could have
that's
had
a theory.
twins because we know he was with his buddy, the other sword fighter. What's his name? And they could have.
Alan Reed.
They could have split them up.
They could have, but I'm kind of upset with that scene that they didn't show more. Like they didn't confirm that it was Rhaegar's baby at all.
Well, you could deduce that from the fact that his guards were guarding the Tower of Joy, and they said, "We are here under our Lord's orders."
Yeah,
Why else would he be
But it's not
guarding?
confirmed. Like they didn't really confirm anything except for it's Jon Snow.
Except for that Lyanna is his mother.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people on Twitter saying they thought Ned Stark is the father still.
What? Ridiculous.
Well,
Ridiculous.
watch out.
Sorry. I nearly stepped on a
Humongous snake
Okay, come
across
on.
our trail.
Let's go. Is it gonna bite us?
You want to take a picture of that chair?
Yeah. We'll take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back.
Yeah, we're back from, I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just saved Cher's life.
We had a minor snake scare. I almost trampled a snake and maybe overreacted slightly.
Well, when Cher was so close to it, it looked humongous. But it was probably
It wasn't very big.
it didn't look very harmful.
So,
It was a season 1 dragon.
check it out on Twitter after our podcast. I'll post a picture. Okay, I totally forgot where we're at. You'll have to jog my memory.
Mira
Ah, yes.
or Jon Snow, nothing confirmed. His
I like her.
parents.
I hope that she has a role in the new world that's worthy.
I don't think
Of
there's
her
use for her
loyalty.
when she gets ran across the wall. Maybe she'll be honored and recognized with a statue or something, but
Wait, what is it called? What was Brienne for Renly? Because I could see her being a protector of Bran.
Kingsguard?
See? I could see her having that type of role. So, anyways.
She's an archer. She's still a warrior. She killed the White Walker herself.
Exactly. She's brave. And like I said, loyal. So, I hope it's repaid in future seasons.
I don't think they're twins though, Cher.
Okay.
I think we can put that theory.
I'm still hanging on to it.
You know, it's
I'm
possible.
still
That's
hanging
why
on
I'm
to it.
angry. Not angry, but I wanted to see more at the birth of Jon Snow Tower.
I think it was perfect. It was entirely digestible for where we're at now. Who knows what's to come in future seasons. All right, let's keep going north. Let's take it to the king, the other king. And what do you think's gonna happen?
I got one thing to say about Bran real fast. Or it ties in by, you remember that wildling warg that attacked Jon Snow and then he turned into a bird?
Yes. Do you remember him?
When he was right before he died, he turned into a bird?
Yes.
You think he's ever gonna come back?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. And this is why I think it's important, because Bran is also a warg,
Yep.
and maybe they showed that scene to us, because if he dies, he's gonna warg into something else.
And no longer have his body and be that something else.
Yeah, man.
So you're saying he's gonna be ghost?
It could be an animal. It could be fire.
Fire. Come on.
He could be the Lord of Light. I don't know.
Come on.
But he's gonna, because of that scene, I think he's definitely gonna lose his body and turn into something else.
I can get behind you on that. I don't know about the fire.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
It's interesting. That's why I'm throwing things out there, guys. Just
But yeah.
chatting and speculating.
We could go with the Night King now. What were you going to say?
I have nothing to say because I have no idea. Please help me. What do you think is going to happen with this whole thing?
I don't know.
It is the battle between fire and ice. I think it comes down to the supernatural. I've said it before. It's going to be dragons against these White Walkers. And
I don't even know anything. We don't know anything about them, so it's hard to.
We know how they came to be. The children made them.
Do you know if they're bad or they're evil? I don't at all.
Maybe they're bad just because
Maybe
they're under
because they don't look like us. Sure.
No, I'm saying I think maybe they're only bad because they're currently being controlled by the Night King. So maybe if you were to kill that dude, they would all just be normal.
But why do you think they're bad in the first place?
Is okay because they're under his control. I think he's controlling.
Well, why do you think the Night King is bad?
Because he's pissed that he's not a human anymore, and he wants to take vengeance on all humans.
Well, he was a human before.
Exactly, and that's why he's mad.
Maybe he just wants to take revenge against the children who made him that way, and that's reasonable. And this whole series has been about very few people are just completely bad. A lot of people have extra multi-dimensions.
Yes,
multiple.
True.
So,
okay,
maybe we're going to get a Night King point of view later.
I was going to say, and maybe that's what's key. Maybe who he was before he turned is critical. Maybe he was a Tyrell before. Maybe he was a Targaryen. Maybe his whole point in life is to get one of them back on the throne. Who knows? I think there's something to be said about who he was before he turned. And to your point, maybe that's why he's being so upset about everything. Maybe he's
an ally and nobody knows it.
Come on.
You know, it's a song of fire and ice. It's not a song of ice versus fire. I don't know, shit.
Okay,
we've been running a while now.
In this hot sun, we're throwing around ideas.
I don't know why. I don't know if he's really what their motive is, so it's hard to speculate on why. Maybe they want Jon Snow to be their leader.
I think they share a look, and I'm not giving up on the fact that I think Jon Snow has some of that reanimation power in him. Maybe he needs to get with Benjen, his uncle, and learn a few tricks himself, but say people die, maybe he could rise them up. Maybe it's going to be good whites versus bad whites. Who knows? So, super interesting. Any other last questions or thoughts on this season before we wrap it up?
Maybe Littlefinger wants to team up with the Night King because they can give him everything. Maybe he wants to become a White Walker.
No. I think he's ruled by a human man's fame, fortune,
greed,
lust, all of that stuff, and that's what he's dominated. Nothing, very base for temptations for keto is what I say. Varys, I think there's a question mark because when that Red Priestess said, do you want me to say what name he whispered in the fire or whatever, I think there's something to be uncovered that Varys knows more than he's letting on. He's a key to some more details. All right.
Yeah. So, was that that was our recap and speculation?
Yeah, pretty good recap of this season. Again, guys, we need some ideas for future shows to watch and recap for you while we're running.
Yeah. Otherwise we don't have an excuse to run. You're responsible for keeping us in shape.
Don't put the pressure on. And keeping yourselves in shape, so.
And also some more recommendations on our Twitter, at Twitter. Tell your friends about recaps on the run.
Yes, and we'll be back here next week. Our podcast. Thanks for joining us. Spread the word to your friends. Listen to us any place that you listen to podcasts. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Blogspot.
All those podcasts.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
We're everywhere. Spread the word. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna. What do you say? You keep running.
We'll keep recapping.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.